Hello everyone, this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you're watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Azul Duel, which is the new two-player version of Azul, because it's a duel. And this is a review copy sent to us from Aspen Nordics, so thank you so much for that. In Azul Duel, you're drafting tiles. I'm gonna kind of assume that you know Azul. And this is Duel, so it's some of the same things. One of the best things about the game is that it's very cool to say the name in English.
Yes,
Azul Duel. It's the first one where you actually, like all other games with Duel, they don't rhyme with Azul. Azul and Duel doesn't really rhyme either, but when you make it up, it does. In this game, you're drafting tiles. Like in Azul, you're going to draft tiles from these different areas. There's supposed to be more. We just couldn't fit them in the frame, just so you know it's not only 3. And you're going to place them here. You will already see there's one more row that in normal Azul. And you're also going to see that you are going to draft your own tiles, which is going to change up how your board is every time you play. You're going to draft tiles. Over here, I draft all the tiles of one color. I place them somewhere like in Azul, but this time they're not going into the middle. They're going over here in order of your choosing. And then let's say somebody take these two and somehow for some reason, or actually on this big one, they're going to be placed out like this anyways. And let's say somebody take these and then they don't want you to have that blue one, so they're going to place it like that. Because now you can also take all of the same color from these like moon side, but only the topmost. So I can only take this and this if I choose the light blue. So that is going to change up a bit, and it's like one of the biggest changes of the draft from a normal Azul. Other than that, there's a few changes. You have some gold tiles instead of fixed golds like there are in Azul. Some of them are similar, some of them are different. You have these special tiles that you get instantly when you have finished all the three others on the tile. You're going to get a special tile. You have some joker tiles where you can place anything. And other than that, the scoring is the same. You're going to score for rows and columns when you score them like in Azul. And also you're going to have some new special tiles which can help you. Let's say at the end of the round I am missing one to finish this row, and let's say I have a tile so I can actually place it over here, and then I can use 2 of these because they have the same, flip them over and pretend I have one more than I have. That is an overview, but that is basically most of the changes. I just want to get that out of the way so that you know what we're going to take a look at here to see if this is a better version of Azul or not. That is basically what we're trying to do here. Tell you about it. If you like board games, we make videos about them.
Yes, we do.
And could people do something to help us out?
Yes, to help both you and us, you can subscribe and you will see more videos like this.
How much does it cost?
$0.
How much time does it take you to subscribe?
I don't know. 1 second maybe.
Wow, 1 second and it's free? I have to do this. I did it. Okay, let's actually talk about the game. Enough with the YouTube promotion thing. Like, comment, subscribe things. Talk to me all about this game.
As you can see, this absolutely feels like an Azul game. And the most of the DNA seems connected to the original Azul.
Oh, gee.
I feel like that's the most similarities with that game. Like both the setup here, the drafting, the way you place here and the way you score points. That is basically the original Azul.
Absolutely. How do you feel about drafting your own board?
The drafting of your own board sounded more interesting and exciting than I feel like it is.
Yes.
It feels like, meh. It feels okay.
Is it there?
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah.
I feel like the most interesting about drafting the tiles is that it breaks up the timing from what you do here.
Yeah.
That's the most exciting thing about it, basically.
Because you add 2 things that you can do instead of taking tiles. You can take, as you said, tile from here, and also when somebody takes the last tile from one of these, you're going to flip a bonus tile. So now basically on my turn, if I haven't already spent both of my tokens to take a new tile, I can either take the tiles, or I can take a tile from my board, or I can take a bonus tile. And you know each player is going to have to take 2 of these and 2 of these. So the timing of that kind of makes it less mean than normal Azul, because it's easier to not end up like, oh, I had to take 8 tiles I cannot score.
Yeah, in the original Azul, especially with 2 players, you can very easily see the order that things had to be done in. So you could see like, okay, you're going to take those tiles and I'm going to take these, and then you're left with this.
Yeah.
So you could easily if you're playing well, put your opponent in a really tricky position. Here you can also have a tricky position, but there is more things that you can do besides taking tiles, so you don't have that fixed order of the way things are disappearing here and drafted in.
And do you like that better?
I like it more. I think it creates more dynamic in what happens here, and there's so many times that, for example, the example that you showed over here is, for example, this situation. I really want the light blue.
Yeah.
But let's say I want 3 of them. Let's say it looks like this. Then I might hope that you're going to take the dark blue first because you want to finish those, and then I can take 3 at the same time instead of 2. So I think that it's a kind of waiting game that is more interesting here than in the original Azul.
I like that. With that said, the choice, let's say over here again that there are 3 pieces, maybe even there's 4 colors over here.
Yeah.
Let's say I draft this to place over here, don't mind that it's not allowed. The order I put this in is mostly going to be what is going to make it hardest for you to get more pieces.
Yeah, but I think when we get better at this game, we could more, that would be more interesting to see, okay, I want you to take these 3 blue because that's good for you, but then you are getting me an advantage as well. So I feel like this is deeper than we might have discovered.
But it's like it's tactical decisions all the time.
Absolutely.
And but it's all about that. All of these 2-player games are all about trying to force you to do the thing I want you to do so that I can do the thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Another thing that makes it less mean is that you're now capped at negative 10 points around.
Yeah.
So you cannot get like the amounts you got in Azul, the normal Azul. So that is kind of nicer if you don't like that. Oh, you got 8 pieces that you couldn't take and you're kind of out of the game. There's 2 more things, like you're adding another row. How much does that feel like it changes the game?
Not a lot.
No. You get more points at the one time, sometimes.
Yeah, as you said, it's now less likely that you have to place a lot of things here because you have more room for the stuff that you take. I felt like getting this 6 row filled up was not something that I went for a lot because it was harder to achieve. It's a lot of tiles to place down here, but yeah, I didn't feel like it was vastly different from Azul.
And also, it depends on like the goals. Like if you have this goal that wants you to have a row or a column, it's going to be worth a lot of points to be able to do that because you get both the 6 points for doing if you do it in order, and also if you then manage to get the bonus tile, you're going to get as much point as is over there. The bonus tiles or the goal tiles basically change up the game a little bit, not like groundbreakingly so, I would say.
I agree.
How do you feel about the bonus tiles over here that makes you basically make jokers?
It was helpful, and I think that when you're drafting them too, they reveal after the ones on top have been taken.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was just like, oh, I need to snag that because it matches the color that I really want. But the thing is also that if you just have 3 of any color, you can use that as to pretend that you have one. They don't have to match, but you have to use 1 extra. So I like that as well.
But it also makes the game less mean.
That's true.
So I think like we got through most of the things and the changes and how we feel about them.
Yeah.
So who do you think this is for? Like Azul, I feel like worked very well as a 2-player game.
Yes.
It was not like, for example, 7 Wonders, which didn't, in my taste, work very well as a 2-player game. So they made 7 Wonders Duel, which works very well as a 2-player game. Azul already worked very well as a 2-player game. So how do you feel? Do you think, first of all, do you think that it's for you? And who is it for? Like, not if do you think it's for you, but like, do you feel like it? Yes. How do you think this is for? The other thing, let's do it in final thoughts. Sorry. Great. This is all scripted.
Yes. By the way, what? Who is this for?
Yes, that was the question I was trying to ask you.
I like the Azul games in general. I think the 2 later one might be my favorites. Those are the ones that we've kept.
Yeah.
Queen's Garden and Summer Pavilion. And the original we played a bunch of times.
Yes.
And it's easy to introduce new people to. And I think that since this is a pure 2-player game, this is not
very well good for 4 players.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I would not recommend. No, but I don't mind that it has a couple of more aspects to it, because it does.
Yeah.
Compared to Azul, it's a little more to think about here. But since you're playing it only with 2 players, you might play it multiple times with the same person.
Yes.
So you get maybe like to experience the Azul experience, but with a little tad extra elements, a little other things to think about.
Yes.
So if you're looking for that, I think this is for you.
So no, you
Did
I don't know if you answered it at all. I was like, you were just saying things about the game. I think it's for 2 people, as we already said.
Yes.
But I think it's like, if I feel like the baseline for me is if you like Azul and you played a lot of 2 players, or you have played it 2 players and you think it's too mean. You think there's like too much meanness. I think this is more tactical, but it takes away some of that meanness to it. So I think that if you are a couple or you're a best friends, that would have to be a best friend, can be like your worst rival, or your nemesis even, if you're just like, we're Azul nemesis, boom, playing this duel game, I think it's going to work very well for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to run out of the door and buy it if you like already Azul as a 2-player game. I don't feel like this, it revolutionizes it changes it a lot. I don't think that, but I think that it's enough changes to make it feel like it's not just the 2-player version of Azul, but I don't feel like it's you have to go and get it game.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are your final thoughts for this game? Do you have some thoughts?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, we've talked about some of the things already.
Yes.
But
like only 2 players?
Yes, only 2 players.
No, 4 players.
I think that it's a good game.
Yeah.
I think that about Azul as well. If you would like this draft better than the original, I don't know. I like them both for different reasons. They tick in different boxes of my brain. I think this is satisfying for the timing reasons that we talked about more than the original. But in the original, it's very like it's not this abstract thing that I might get this if this happens. It's more like strategical than tactical, like in this game. This part with the drafting, it's there.
Yes.
I'm not head over heels about that, but I don't dislike it either. So I think this is a solid game. I don't know if I've ranked the Azul game, if I've rated those.
I don't think you rated, I think you ranked them.
Ranked them, yes.
In like a video sometime.
Probably. And I'm going to give this a 7. I think this is a good game.
We recently played Azul with some people in my family because we gifted it to them. And we played it, and I think Azul is a good game. But I felt when I played it then that I am done with original Azul. I wouldn't mind playing it again, so like if they want to play it, I'm going to play it because it's an entertaining game. But it's not like I'm going to go out and I choose to play Azul. I think I'm not like that done with this. I feel like it. So what I'm saying basically is like it changes enough to get me kind of excited for the base feeling of Azul again.
Yeah.
And Azul is a classic for a reason. It is a solid game, and this is also a solid game. It doesn't wow me. It doesn't make me be like, let's play again. It's also a bit long for giving that feeling. Like the first time we played for almost an hour. And I don't know what the box says, but I think maybe it says 45 minutes. And I think you can get it down to maybe 35 when you play it a lot.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It is not, I already said like who is it for, it's not like go out and buy it. I would recommend it if you enjoy Azul and you play a lot of 2. But for me, it's a fun one, but not one I will run out and play. So for me, I'm like between a 6.5 and a 7.
Yeah.
But I think like Azul for me would probably be like a 6.5 now.
Yeah.
So that means that this is going to be like a 7. Okay, let's do the keep or cull.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I got paddles.
You got paddles
They
for
say
me.
keep and cull. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom.
It's a double cull.
Yes.
We seldom play 2-player games. If
Yes.
I'm going to prioritize playing a 2-player game, I will not play this with you. Because we have so many really good ones.
But I wouldn't be sad to play it because
of course
when we
not.
talk about it and I say it, I'd be like, I wouldn't be sad if we shut off the camera and just played the game.
Yes.
Because it was fun, but that is going to be
and
the
the box
end.
size, I love it. It's so small.
I would have been sad if it was just the normal one.
That's true.
And that's the end.
Yes.
We hope you liked it. Let us know if you are interested in this game. Have you played it? Did you like it? Do you like Azul? Do you like board games? If you do, subscribe because we make videos about them and we enjoy them And we also enjoy people looking at them because that's better. If we didn't want people to watch it, we would just not film it.
That's true.
That's the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you, out there on the internet, you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.